I think there's a lot of good that came out of last night, and this video is not going to come out, so I'll just say a lot of good came out of the non-red wave, because it doesn't seem as if the people on the left learned a lesson of any kind. So they're going to have 2 more years of these policies, and unfortunately, they're going to have to suffer a little bit more because they're not putting 2 and 2 together. And you get what you vote for. So Florida did phenomenal. Florida's going to do phenomenal. And they're going to keep doing well because they get it. The states like Illinois, New York, California, they're going to do bad because they voted for what they're going to get. And that's the positive out of it. The most disappointing thing is that good people are going to be in those states suffering. The good thing about it is, well, then they may have to do what all the good New Yorkers did and just leave. Go down to Florida and make it more red. Because staying where you are, and in places like California where Gavin Newsom wins in a landslide, despite everything being terrible there, despite crime being through the roof, despite all the jab nonsense that they went through, and some are still going through. They're still trying to do mandates in parts of California, but the people want that. They don't know anything else, so they think that that's how it is around the country, or they're okay with doing what they've been doing and being flat out lied to by their governor. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm excited for places like Illinois, who again chose status quo. Hopefully they pick Lori Lightfoot again, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Because for how long are you going to be able to blame the other side when you're in power? And you guys are going to have power now. They are going to lose the House and probably Senate, so it's just not by as much as they thought. But there are enough rhinos that they're going to still be able to get things done. They're going to still be able to get the stuff that they want done, and more useless spending, and more Ukraine, and Russia, and taxing the rich. And we're going to be paying more taxes and saying, I can't believe this is happening, even though we knew it was coming. As long as Joe Biden's in office, this is going to happen. Some good Republicans won, some bad ones lost. But like, I can't stress enough how I think the states that are going to get it are going to deserve it. Arizona, that one's still up in the air as of the time I'm making this video. You're going to get what you wanted. You got all the Californians to move there, and now you're going to be little California. And you're going to go through what Californians had to go through, and then they're just going to keep migrating east. When they're done with you, they'll go to Utah, or maybe they'll move up to Nevada or New Mexico. You guys will be left in the wayside in ruins because you allowed these people to move in, increase your rates on everything from gas to food to housing. Literally everything there is more expensive now because of all the Californians moving into Phoenix and the surrounding area. And you're allowing them to change your state. So you once were red, then you turned purple, now you're going to be a blue state. You may still get Kerry Lake in there, but otherwise, you're a blue state. Get used to it. You guys didn't take it seriously, or serious enough to get out and vote, so you let the Californians vote for you. If you don't think that was part of the plan with the open border, you're crazy. You are crazy. Beto should not have gotten over 1 million votes here. That's insane in Texas. I'm in Texas. But the fact that he did means the open border stuff is kind of working, and they're just going to keep letting them flow in by the millions. We're at, I think, between 4 and 5 million people have come in illegally to this country, and states like New York and California allow driver's licenses to be given to illegal aliens. Now, what's interesting about that is as soon as you get a driver's license in those states, you're automatically registered to vote. And then you guys wonder why they stay blue? Everyone with sense leaves and goes elsewhere. So they'll either go here to Texas, they'll go to Tennessee, they'll go to Florida, but those are people who are smart. Those are people who are like, yeah, I can't take this anymore. I need something different. The ones moving to Arizona are just moving over because it's cheaper. And they're gonna infest Arizona like a really, really, really bad infection. I'm excited because it just gives me more content to talk about for the next 2 years. Joe Biden's on TV right now giving a speech saying he's not going to change anything and that the people have spoken, and evil mega ultra supreme deluxe mega Republicans have lost.
I don't think we're going to break the fever for the super mega Republicans. So.
And that's the path he wants to keep going down. Let him go down it. It is what it is. Because he's got to figure out a way to run himself. And I don't see that happening. I see the people getting sick of this nonsense. And there will be nowhere to turn. He will not be able to talk about evil, ultra, super, deluxe, MAGA Republicans. I mean, I can't believe it's lasted this long, but he's going to have to deal with his own policies. He's on TV saying, these policies, they last, you don't see the results.
75% of voters say the country is heading into the wrong direction, despite the results of last night. What in the next 2 years do you intend to do differently to change people's opinion of the direction of the country, particularly as you contemplate a run for president in 2024?
Nothing, because they're just finding out what we're doing. The more they know about what we're doing, the more support there is. The problem is, the major piece of legislation we passed, and some of it bipartisan, takes time to be recognized.
Okay, so then why are you doing them? He's still talking about his infrastructure and cutting the debt, which is an absolute lie. Absolute lie. He said cut the debt by 1.7 trillion, and he's just ignoring the spending that was done during the jab period. I want to use the actual words. So, yep, no red wave. There was a red blood drop. There was a poke. I think a couple things happened, but mainly tribalism still won out. And the people who left California really, really left and did a number on Arizona. Arizona's the big one. That's probably the biggest one, because Ohio, straight red, they won. New York had some closer battles, but it's still New York. It is what it is. I'm excited. I have nothing but content. Video every other day. And with that, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave you guys with a whole montage of great moments of our phenomenal president that you guys backed.
This is a global health emergency. If we really want to put COVID behind us, we have to keep up the fight together. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing. And the most common price of gas in America is $3.39, down from over $5 when I took office.
You've referred to the midterm election as a choice rather than a referendum.
That's right.
Given record inflation, why should voters choose Democrats?
Because it's not record inflation anymore. I'm bringing it down. Look what we inherited. That's what I call inflation. At the end of the month, what you have left, you have no money. That's inflation. The things you need, are they going up? And they are. They are. Because of a war in Iraq and the impact on oil and what Russia's doing. The war in Ukraine. and thinking of Iraq because that's where my son died. Because he died. But the point. So the economy is up, price inflation is down, real incomes are up, gas prices are down and need to come down further. Exports are also up, which means a simple thing. We're making a lot of money in America. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. It's a difficult time. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. It's a difficult time. That's right.
Given record inflation, why should voters choose Democrats?
Because it's not record inflation anymore. I'm bringing it down. Look what we inherited. You know, the batteries that we have now, and they're getting more and more sophisticated. You know, a lightning storm takes out all the electricity in the house. Guess what? You can plug your car into the house and make it light up. You think I'm joking? I'm already being told if they win back the House and Senate, they're going to impeach me. I don't know what the hell they're impeaching me for. No, I'm not joking. And then recently they said we should stop talking about that until we win. Biden's being Biden's being an extremist.
Our great president in action. The genius that he is. The stellar mind. The academic. Joe Biden. Fetterman won. Pennsylvania. They literally voted in a guy who can't read, talk, or listen, or comprehend.
Hi, good night, everybody. No, here's what I think we have to fight about inflation here right now. That's what we need to fight about, inflation. And I believe that, again, my doctors, the real doctors that I believe in, they all believe that I'm ready to be served. That's it. He got his Pennsylvania house from his own inlays from a dollar.
Mr.
Oh, I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
Okay.
Now, we all have to make sure that everyone that works is able to, that's the most American bargain, that if you work full-time, you should be able to live in dignity as well. True. That's what I believe. I don't ever recall in the Statue of Liberty did they say, take our tired, huddled masses and put them on a bus. There, everybody in Braddock, an overwhelmingly majority community of black community, all understood what happened. They understood what happened, and everybody agreed that. And whether it was a $50 tax break, about his farm in Montgomery County. So it's about supporting and helping, young earners, young students.
Yeah, they think there's going to be change. The heavy fracking area. Coal industry is up there, steel mills. Biden said he's getting rid of all that.
There is no more drilling. I haven't formed any new drilling. No, that was before I was president. We're trying to work on that, get that done. Thank you. And all they're doing is going to save them a hell of a lot of money, and using the same transmission line they transmitted the coal-fired electric on. We're going to be shutting these plants down all across America and having wind and solar.
And they voted a guy who can't react, who can't write, who can't speak. Philly's going to be, their crime is already through the roof. Now they just have another representative. Now I understand he's not in Philadelphia, but they have another representative in that state to do nothing but try to pass climate change initiatives and destroy the coal industry. I'm going to play the video. I'm going to play a whole bunch of videos right now of your president and what he plans on doing and what he's been doing. And this is what you have to look forward to. Congrats.